What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Rad Dad channel, or welcome back if you don't know who I am. My name is Chris. Right over there is my new bike, but first, I know if you saw my other video, I know it feels like we just did a bike reveal, but then if I'll post it right up here if you want to watch it, my selling video of that bike, why I sold the DR 350 SE. But anywho, we're here again. Do the same thing as last time. Comment as you're watching the intro what bike you think I got. You can see what shirt I have on, so maybe that'll give you a clue. And go ahead and give a comment. We'll roll the intro. We'll be right back.
Riding down a YouTube channel, it's the riding down a YouTube channel, it's the riding down a YouTube channel, it's the riding down a thing that you found.
Okay, so I hope you guys commented, and I guess stop keeping you waiting, and we'll show you the bike. Whoa, it's a Honda Grom, yeah! Okay, yeah, so it's a Honda Grom, it's a 2020 Honda Grom. Yeah, there it is. I guess I'll let you guys take a look at it, and then we'll talk about why I picked it, and what I'm gonna do to it. Okay, so yes, it is a 2020 Honda Grom. For those of you unfamiliar with what bike this is, it's a 4-speed, 125 cubic centimeter bike. It is nothing to write home about, but a couple reasons why I got this. One, this is a very common second bike for people that really enjoy riding, that don't live in places that there's just highways like everywhere. So this would be a really bad bike to get if I lived somewhere, maybe not mountain wise, but kind of somewhat rural, but like every road speed limit was like 55 or 65, or you had to get on a highway to get anywhere. That would pretty much suck. But where I'm at in the mostly city area, and then even like local around where I'm at, really the highest speed limit I have is 55. And even that, there's like 3 lanes, so even if I don't want to go 55, 60 like with the rest of the traffic, I can still very easily pull, 50 to 55 and not be in a super dangerous position. So yeah, some of the reasons I got it, primarily for the price and what this bike will serve for me. Obviously you guys know, well, if you don't know who I am, what my style is, I have a 2020 Harley Davidson Lowrider S, so obviously that's going to be my primary bike, and it has been my primary bike for this whole time that I've had it. And it will continue to be my primary bike. I will continue to make videos on it, and I will continue to do install videos, reviews, vlogs, everything with that bike. This bike is more of a fun bike. Like I said, it was very cheap. Actually, the same place that I test rode the CRF 250L and had a bad experience with, I knew I already wanted the Grom. They just didn't have ones last time. Groms sell out super fast, really anywhere around where I'm at. So it's hard to find any dealer with them actually stocked. So basically they had it. I called up and said, hey, I'm curious to know what my out the door price would be. I know this is what I want, but I don't want to waste my trip. I got a kid. I don't want to waste time going in there, figuring out a ride situation to bring the bike home and coming back empty-handed with nothing if I know the bottom dollar price is not going to be what I want. So called him, spoke to a guy, Shane. He was super cool. Texted back and forth, said, hey, I'm interested in the Grom, this specific model that you guys have. What's my you know, what's my out the door price? He texted back. We negotiated very, very briefly because they actually did a pretty good job negotiating down to what I was comfortable paying for this and what the going Grom price is nowadays. Basically, I said, okay, I'll be in at this time to finish signing the paperwork, but you got yourself a deal. So I basically completed the whole deal minus the signing of the actual paperwork from home, which was super cool. And I highly, if your place will let you do that you're going to buy a bike from and you've already either test rode it or know that's the bike you want, do that from home because it's great. I didn't even have to leave the house until I knew for sure not only was I getting the bike, but to what price I was going to pay out the door for the bike. So anyway, yeah, 2020 Honda Grom. I got it in the super cool, in my opinion, blue color. I already have blue gloves to match that I rode with the DR350, so it was like kind of like a best case scenario of color matching or whatever. There's two things that you could do. Well, there's three things you can do to Grom. One, you can leave it as a daily commuter and just not touch anything of it, and it'll suit you fine. Two is to make it a dank nooner bike and pop wheelies on it and do some street mods to it and be a hooligan on the streets and everything like that. And then the third is to create somewhat of a ADV bike. And that is probably what I'm going to be doing, is an ADV style bike. And I know probably if you watch the other video, you're like, but Chris, you just said you're not really going to ride off-road that much, so what are you doing? Well, you are correct. I'm going to make it like a 70-30 or 60-40, so 60 or 70% mostly on-road, going to get some sort of dual sport tires for it, and just kind of the bare minimum stuff. Mostly engine performance, probably. What I'm planning on probably doing is engine stuff to bump up top speed in general, and then I'm going to move down a tooth in the sprocket from stock is 15, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the stock is 15, I'm going to go to a 14, so that I'll have a little bit more torque, but the bike will have a higher top speed in general, so I should balance out to around the same top speed I have now, if not slightly over, but also have a lot better torque. The other cool thing about Groms is, well, one, they're very small, so for my height, being 5'7", 5'8", works perfect. And then the other thing is just that everything is so cheap for them. Not only is the bike super cheap and super lightweight, they helped me because I was there, but single-hand, like by myself at home, well, one, we put this bike, we took the mirrors off and laid it halfway sideways down, but this bike fit in my wife's RAV4 SUV, which is not a gigantic vehicle. It fit in the back, just putting the seats down and putting it in there. And then when I brought it home, I lifted it out of the back. And I work out, you know, but I'm by no means a gigantic meathead guy. So this bike, I was able to actually take it out of my wife's car by myself and load it in the garage. I mean, it was heavy. Yeah, it wasn't like I was lifting a stack of papers, but by no means was it undoable. And if you're similar to my size or bigger and stronger, you'll have no problem doing this. So yeah, the modifications and upgrades to this bike are incredibly cheap. I mean, you can get a whole new top end, like a big bore cylinder kit, for a couple $100s. I mean, you're looking at a couple thousand for like a Harley or a similar bike, if that's something you wanted to do. Bar ends, sliders, skid plates, all that kind of stuff. I mean, you could make out with a full list of like really capable modifications you can do this bike for either off-roady stuff or on-road stuff, and probably be right in or under the $1,000 mark, like all said and done for like everything you would probably do to this bike. So yeah, I'm not sure if you guys were expecting me to get a bike like this, but this is what I got. It's going to be fun. Like I said, it was cheap, just a second kind of bike. And for those of you saying that the Grom is going to be a terrible ADV / like off-roady bike, let me just go ahead and show you this. Why would they include this if the Grom wasn't meant to go off-road? So thank you guys for watching. If you don't know who I am, like I said, my name is Chris. I do have a 2020 Harley Davidson Lowrider S back home in the garage. I now have a 2020 Honda Grom. I no longer have the 1994 Suzuki DR350. If you saw me get rid of that bike, that was just a nightmare of a project, not for me. So I post review videos, build videos, like build series, install videos. I have a whole playlist devoted to the Lowrider. I will have a playlist devoted to this Grom when I start doing stuff more and more to it. Still gonna post tons of Harley content, mix it up with the Grom, vlogs, all that. So I'm gonna enjoy this beautiful weather we are having for the next 2 hours until it gets ungodly hot in Florida, and watch one or both of these videos. I would appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications, like this video, and until next time guys, ride safe, have fun. Dad out.